tell them it has been such a joy visiting them for the first time.
Ya yace yayi babban murna da zuwa nan na farkon shi kenan.
I hope we will be welcomed back in the future.
Yana cewa yana fata in za mu dawo kuma za ku ji marmari ku ce ya dawo ya yi gaisuwa.
This is a very beautiful place.
Yace ya zo ya ga wurin kuma wurin da kyau da cewa ko mutum zai yi ma ya zai zama.
But more so, they are all very beautiful people.
Ko kuma nan ku kyawawa ne. Kuna da kyau yanda kuka karba mutane da kuma zaman ku.
So thank you for sharing their time, and I will be sure to pray for them even when I go back home.
Yace mun gode da zorafinku da kuma lokacin da kuka bamu kuka taso da zuwa nan zai koma yana addu'a da cewa yanda ya same ku lafiya zai ci gaba addu'a so da mu zama lafiya.
Even pray that God will allow you to have plenty of fish.
Exactly. I was going to say happy fishing.
Yana kuma addu'a da cewa zai yi addu'a kuma ruwan da kuna zuwa kifin da kuna kama Allah zai kawo kifi manya wanda zai yi double.
Yes. Okay, thank
so shine mai suna Nick. Yana da zama US, right?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah.
Back when I started coming to Nigeria in 2009, there was no way I would have thought that we would be where we are 10 years later.
This is amazing. Bro, this is wonderful. That's so big. That's so good.
Wow. You know, when I started coming to Nigeria back in 2009, I was trying to figure out a way, knowing I didn't have any plans of leaving my local church as a pastor, but still wanted our congregation, our church, to be involved in missions, to take the Great Commission seriously, and figuring out how we could best do that. And you know, we had other options, but I knew that when I came here, I saw a great need. I saw a great need theologically. I saw a great need, you know, in so many ways in a developing nation. How do you come to something like a small community where people live on very little, and they've had very few opportunities? And as we come here, as we work here, as we interact with everybody, there's a great desire to know more, to learn more, to understand more, and yet they just don't have access to it. So, you know, part of taking the Great Commission seriously for us was just saying, hey, it's worth whatever the Lord has for us. It's worth the expense, it's worth the challenges, it's worth sometimes, if we're honest, the discomfort. And in all of that, I think we're starting to see the results of it, and it's really encouraging. It's encouraging to see people come to know more and understand more. They're seeing changes in their own lives, they're seeing changes in their churches, and we pray over time we'll start to see more changes within local communities where these guys go out from. Most of them are from around here, but not all of them. Some of them, we've got guys now traveling as far as from Lagos. They're taking long overnight, sometimes public transport rides just to get here, to be a part of what's going on when we're here for our training. I get emails regularly from our students talking to me about what they're learning and how they're being changed and challenged. I get interactions with them on social media all the time. We're making new friends. One of our students and his family moved to the United States and joined our church and are actively serving in our church now. And the only reason we know each other is because of what the Lord has done through IPTT. Back then we were doing pastors' conferences, evangelism, but we knew we needed to see more. We needed to start training pastors. And so in 2013, the Institute of Pastoral and Theological Training began. It began meeting in a small classroom in a rented building. We've met in hotel rooms, we have met in church pews, and over time we were convinced that there was a need for even more, for more space, for more opportunities, for training, to bring more people to offer their expertise and their teaching as well. And so in 2016, we broke ground right here, and 3 years later, here we are. We have our academic building about 90% completed. We're beginning work on our guest house. Behind me here is the Institute of Pastoral and Theological Training guest house. This is slated for the future so that we can have a place for our instructors to stay when they're coming and visiting from other places. Right now, primarily from the United States, but eventually we want a place where we can house those who will be here on a full-time staff as our administrators and instructors. But obviously this needs a lot of work. We got started when the academic building started, but wanted to commit all of our resources to making sure we had everything we needed right away for the students. But we have a start, and now we're just waiting for the funding to be able to continue. All right. One day we'll have steps there so we don't have to make a big climb in. Basically, the building here consists of 4 quarters for guests, and then a common area right here with a dining area, a sitting area, a kitchen to prepare our meals and everything else. So I'll just show you one of the living quarters, what it will be like. Each room will have a sitting area. This one's covered in water right now because we don't have a roof. It'll be a sitting area, and then behind we have a bedroom, and there will be a bathroom as well. All of it's just walls right now, but eventually want to build that out, and we'll have a place for people to stay. Like I said, 4 different ones throughout, and then some of them, if we have couples come, then we'll have a place with a larger room and a little bit bigger in terms of the quarters for them to stay as well. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of needs still in terms of construction on the guest house, but we're so excited about how far we've come on the academic building and just want to keep up with the momentum. We're providing a lot of jobs in the local economy, and we've had opportunity to meet so many different people through this project, and we're excited to keep it going as we prepare for the future. And I think that one of the things that is going to be great for this community is that we continue to have a long-term academic institution here. There are others, but none of them training pastors in a country, in a community that is in so great a need for theological training at a higher level than what they've ever had before. So to be able to provide housing, not just for visiting staff, for visiting instructors, but ultimately for our full-time instructors is going to be a tremendous blessing. And we're hopeful that we can raise the funds and be able to complete this project so that instead of working on building projects, we can focus our attention more on the instruction and building our team so that we can provide the best possible education for our students. Estimating costs for our building project have been difficult because of the fluctuating economy in Nigeria, differences between the naira and the dollar over the years since we started building. But at this point in time, we're estimating that we can have our entire project completed, guest house, the grounds, everything that we have remaining to do for another $50,000 US. We need a roof on the guest house, of course, which is the most expensive single project that we have to do, which is estimated at around $15,000 to $20,000. And then after that, obviously, we need to finish with the painting and tiling and doors and windows and everything that goes into a separate building altogether. and then the furnishings and everything to make this a livable space. We still have a lot of furnishings and things to do inside of the academic building, but that's rounding up, and we're very excited where that has gone. So we have the costs for all of the various projects, the simple things that we would like to do. And if people were willing to donate to finish one of the rooms, or just our common area, or just our kitchen, or just the roof, that would go a very long way if churches wanted to undertake just providing the funding for a single space. That's a huge benefit to us and a wonderful gift, and we really look forward to seeing how God will provide through His people that we can continue this work and continue going through getting this done so that we can provide the education that we want to provide for this community. And we, not knowing what the Lord has for us in the future, we are praying that within the next 10 years, IPTT will become a full-fledged, accredited, degree-granting institution. And within that we will have full-time staff here, administrative staff, teachers, professors, that we will have a place for students to stay and to come as resident students. And we believe we can do that. We never thought we would be here, and yet here we are. And so we really look forward to seeing what the Lord has for us over the next 10 years, and trust that whatever it is going to be for His glory, for the building up of His church, and that His ministers will be qualified and capable proclaimers of the gospel to the ends of the earth.